Huge news in prop firms this week. Kraken recently acquired the Breakout prop firm. So this goes to show even more so how institutional and how reputable the prop firm trading space is becoming. So if you guys aren't aware, Breakout is a crypto-based prop firm, and my understanding is they're one of the few that actually is based on A-book trading. I'm not quite sure how they've managed to get this model down, but it seems to be quite a successful and quite a popular one. And I've also assumed, or I've also heard that their liquidity comes directly from exchanges. So they're able to provide relatively comparable trading conditions to just trading normal crypto. If you guys follow various influencers, Trader Main, I believe, is the primary marketing guy behind it, and he's a co-founder too. I know him because he's Canadian, so I generally speaking know people in our ecosystem. I don't know him personally, but I know he lives here, but on the other side of the country than me. So this is really cool because it shows once again that there's more and more capital coming into the space, and it's becoming more and more reputable. Something also which is really neat if you read the press releases is one of the strategic goals of Kraken is now to actually provide additional copy trading to their user base via Breakout. So this is actually quite neat in that the historical story behind prop firms is always, hey, we're going to copy your trades. And in doing so, that's how we're able to give you a profit split. But as we know, as prop traders, that realistically, prop firms operate more like online casinos, and they have historically been aligned against you. They don't want you to win. But now that we're seeing exchanges and or brokers partnering more and more with prop firms, this is really exciting because it enables perhaps a broader audience to copy prop traders. So it's actually almost comparable to DarwinX in some ways, where if you are a really good prop trader and you're getting consistent payouts, other people may choose to copy you. And instead of copying you on the prop capital, they can then copy you with their own money on more of the crypto side where you're actually making a deposit. And the broker wins both ways because they make money on spreads, commissions, etc. I'm less familiar with how this works in crypto, and I know it's likely less lucrative than in the CFD space. But still, it shows that there's a potential additional revenue stream where one can win in both, where both parties can win. So once again, showing really the evolution of the model and how this is becoming significantly more interesting. And if we can kind of see here. It appears to be very similar to CFD props, I've checked them out a few times, and yeah, very, very interesting. And if we kind of go through this press release in more detail, here the Kraken guys are saying that they're building an infrastructure where traders can earn their way to size, and at the same time, they have significant leverage available on BTC and ETH contracts, and this is actually pretty interesting. So essentially, it shows also that Kraken, who's been on a buying spree, who's also recently acquired NinjaTrader, who's really been trying to find more and more ways to grow their business, is also interested in kind of entering the prop space and further adding that to their ecosystem. And if we look more on the CFD side of things with IC Markets also looking to have IC funded, we're seeing FTMO and Oanda partnering, but in that case, the prop firm bought the broker and not vice versa. We're seeing an increasing legitimization of this in the business. So overall, I think this goes to show the prop business is really here to stay. Both in the future side, now with Patrick Whelan getting such massive affiliate commissions, this is going to become part of the CFD business. It will be interesting to see how regulators start to actually step in. Once brokers start to pretty much say hey, you can trade in two ways. Either you can trade via challenge or you can trade via deposit. At that time, lines start to get a bit blurred. So we will have to see how, if regulators start to actually step in, if they get interested in how this system works. Because instead of depositing $1,000, if you buy a $1,000 account, and fundamentally you're trading the exact same way, would this spur interest from regulatory bodies? Who knows? Maybe not, because you're still fundamentally capped because prop challenges are not that expensive. So people are likely not going to deposit an excessive amount of money into them, unless some people I'm sure do, but it's not ideal. So very interesting. But I'll make a short video today. I don't think that this requires a full 8 minutes or 10 minutes. But once again, interesting news story. I'd encourage you guys to go check it out. But this shows that the prop industry is, at least in my mind, is here to stay. and that we're going to see an increasing merging between traditional over-the-counter CFD brokers and prop firms, because fundamentally the infrastructure is the same, the ideas are very similar, it's just a different form of leverage. So huge move in the industry. Drop me a comment if you guys have any feedback on this or any interests in this transaction and what you think it means for the business.